Welcome to How to Graph an Expression and Evaluate an Expression. We begin by clicking on the Math menu icon, and this will bring us to the main Math menu. I'm going to select Equations and Graphs. You'll notice that I have already typed an expression in here, 6 times the absolute value of x squared. But I'd like to type in another one. Let's put in something really easy. Let's just say 3x plus 5. Now to graph it, I can of course use my finger to slide the screen, and if I go past all of these, I'll get to the graph button. Another way is just to click on the menu button, and the top option is graph. And when I do that, you'll see that here I have a nice graph, and if I want to zoom in on the graph at a particular point, let's say here, I just double tap the screen, and that will zoom and center on the point where I double tap. Now, if I want to evaluate just any point in general, I go back to the menu and I can turn on the tap trace. Now when I touch the screen, you'll notice that it evaluates the functions. It tells me the x coordinate and the y coordinates, and of course the colors match the particular expressions. And I can move my finger along here and evaluate this at any spot. And if I want to know an exact spot, let's say when x is exactly 1, then I can go back to the menu, I go to Calculations, and I choose Evaluate the function for a given x. And I want to know when x is exactly 1. So I enter the 1, I click Calculate, and I see that when x is 1 exactly, then the first equation, 6 times the absolute value of x squared, is 6. The second equation, y equals 3x plus 5, is 8. It also shows me these on the graph, and I can see a full-size view. Let's see, I want to resize this window, so let me go into zoom out a little bit so I can see both of the spots. Here they are. So you can zoom in or out. You can also set the window manually. Just like most graphing calculators, there's a manual setting where I can determine the x and y values and the number of little scale marks I want to see. So let's return to the standard window. Here it is. Again, to zoom in or out, I can go back to the menu, zoom in or out. I can enable the tap trace, and not doing any of those things, I can see the graph and zoom and center on that point by just double tapping a particular place on the graph. And this ends the session on how to graph an expression and evaluate an expression.